Okay, so first time we've had you on, James.
Yeah.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
It's been a while. 3-0 today up at Thurrock against West Ham. Quite a comfortable win. What were your overall assessments of how your team played?
I thought we'd done really well. I thought in the first half our performance wasn't where we wanted it to be. We set out some targets before the game. We tried to hit those targets. Unfortunately, we didn't hit those targets in the first half. But in the second half, I thought we were a little bit more fluent. We moved the ball around a little bit better in the second half, which is what we base our game on. So really pleasing in that department.
It was tight in the middle, wasn't it? I found in the first half.
It always is when you play against West Ham.
Really?
It always is, yeah, because they're a very compact unit. They don't concede many goals. They are a very solid side, and I think that's the first time we've beat them in 7 attempts. So it shows you how solid they actually are. And it's always tight and nitty-gritty in the middle. So we knew that. So obviously our thing was to try and get the ball in the middle and get it out as quickly as we possibly can.
I got the impression they had some strong words at half time because they came out in the second half on all cylinders.
Yeah,
they were blazing.
We don't mess around in our team talks at half time.
Yeah.
We tell the girls exactly what we think. And all credit to them, really. They came out in the second half and they got out what we wanted them to try and get out a little bit better. Still a long way to go. Still a long way for us to improve and get better. But they tried to do the things that we wanted them to do. So really pleasing in the second half.
What would you say have been the differences between? Because I started coming down to you in summer of 2012. That's when I started coming down and meeting Martin and chatting to some of the girls. What would you say have been the significant differences between this season and last season? Because last season you were kind of like mid-table, weren't you? But this season, it's phenomenal, really.
We still created a lot of chances last season, and there was a few games where we should have got more points out of them than we did, and that was due to basically us not putting our chances away. But we seemed to be a little bit more clinical in front of goal and actually taking our time rather than snapping at chances and not focusing on the technical side of the game, really. I've realised that last season, and we've had a few changes around this season to obviously.
Any new players come in? Because obviously.
Yeah, we've got 3 or 4 new players that have come in that have added a lot of quality to the side. Probably our main asset has been Faye, the goalkeeper. She's been absolutely tremendous since she's come in.
Yeah, Charlotte was saying that.
She wasn't really confident at the start of the season that she could play this level. So it took a long time to try and persuade her that she can play at this level, and she's already broken the clean sheet record at Gillingham. And again, it's like you see today, last line of defence, she's very solid. So that's been a huge thing for us. Is the goalkeeper situation. But we've managed to get that sorted out, and like I said, we've added a few more players, give us a little bit more quality in the style of play that we want to play, and we seem to be doing okay this year. We don't seem to be doing too bad, so fingers crossed it can continue, really.
Do you see women's football catching on more? Do you see it progressing?
I really hope so. I really hope so, because from all the visitors that we've had down to Gillingham, we're now starting to get a little bit of a core of supporters that have come down to watch us play, and then they've come down again. So I think that if people was to actually give it a chance, and I mean it costs you £3 to get in.
Exactly.
I think £3. You pay more than that for your lunch at the end of the day. So it's not a lot to get in, rather than you paying £10-15 to go in and watch non-league football. It's only £3 to get in, and you'll see teams that want to try and play the right way and makes it an enjoyable experience, really. That's what we found down at Gillingham anyway.
I was up at Arsenal a couple of months ago when I was talking to Alex Scott, and Alex said to me that she thought that the England team didn't really do themselves any favours by getting knocked out early, of the Euros.
Yeah.
When obviously there was the impact of the Olympics, which was like that. You can imagine that there was a lot of people who are watching the Olympics. There's probably little girls now who want to be footballers after watching 2012. Do you see what I mean? But she thought the following year, it was hoping that if England had progressed, it would have got a lot more exposure in this country. Do you know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying. I don't think that they did do themselves justice in the Euros, to be honest.
Well, that's what Alex said.
We've moved on from that now, and I'm sure the England camp have moved on from that. And at the end of the day, if we keep going on about the past, then we're never ever going to move forward. So, I mean, but for the future of women's football, now that there's been the creation of the Super League 2, you know, we're all trying to move in the same direction. So we need sort of the men's sides of the clubs to try and come together really and give us a little bit more support.
Like what Liverpool
if
did.
they can do that, yeah, exactly.
Like what Liverpool did with the ladies.
Look what happened.
Well, they were bottom last season, and then they won the league.
And now they're training every day. They're training every day.
Are you getting distracted?
No, I am.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought so. There they all are.
They'll get it on Tuesday. Yeah, but you know, they went full time Liverpool, I believe. I don't actually know the ins and outs, but I think they went full time Liverpool, and they've gone and won the league for it. So it just shows even just a little bit of investment goes a long way.
No, definitely.
And I think if we can get that across the board in the women's game, not just in the Super League, I mean in the FA Southern Prem and the Northern Prem as well, and the combination leagues, it's just a little bit more investment from the clubs, and don't ask for a lot at the end of the day. It doesn't take a lot to help us out, and we can hopefully we can move forwards. See you later, Willie. Hopefully we can move forwards and. You know,
I feel it's an uncut diamond, this sport. Do you know what I mean? I think the potential's there for it to be massive.
It is. You've got the commitment of the girls. It's exactly the same as the men's side of the game. The girls don't give any less. It's just obviously it's a different gender. So there's no reason why people can't get behind the women's sport. I don't think. I mean, they put in a serious amount of hard work. I mean, we train 3 times a week, and all the girls we have like. You know, on a Wednesday, which is their optional session, we get a minimum of 20 players there. So it shows that they want to put the work in and they want to put the hard graft in, but just you know,
as far as
people can support that really.
As far as you're aware, is there some bright sparks coming through the ranks as well in the youth? There
is. If you look at, I mean, if you look at the men's side of the game, you've got the under-21s now are winning. I think they win 9-0 the other day. So it just shows with a little bit of investment in the youth side of things, then for future years to come, it's all there. And you're right in what you're saying with it's a rough diamond. The fundamentals are there. It just needs to be pushed.
And the marketing.
Yeah, 100%. And that's I think that's the only difference between the men's side of the game and the women's side of the game is the marketing. You know, you don't see very many posters and things around to say that the games are on. You don't see any banners. You don't see anything on the TV to say, "Oh, come and watch this." That's what I'm saying. So it doesn't take a lot to promote the game. And I think if actually people did try and promote it a little bit more, it might help, and you might get the crowds in.
I love your passion, man. No, it's awesome though.
But the only thing I'm like is, I believe if you're going to do something, you should do something properly.
No,
you should give it your full support. And your full attention, and that's what we try and do at Gillingham. Like I said, with the training 3 times a week, we literally run those players into the ground, and we want to try and be as professional as we can. And at the moment, it seems to be paying off. So, especially on the outside things like our commercial department and our marketing department and stuff it's gone through the roof in the last month. We've had lots of radios with BBC Radio Kent. Our YouTube channel is getting more and more videos on it. I mean, our media manager Charlotte, she's been absolutely fantastic over the last 3 weeks in trying to raise the profile of the club. And we've got people coming down now to film training, and everyone's starting to get a little bit interested in us now because we're doing real ads. Our Twitter followers have gone up. So, like I said, but that's somebody putting a lot of time and effort in trying to raise the profile of the club. So, if one person can do that, can you imagine what if a group of people got together? You imagine what that actually could do for the women's game.
Exactly. Okay. Well, listen, time's running out, but listen, it's lovely to catch up with you again.
Thank you for coming.
It seems like they're all shutting up. They're all closing down at the park.
They are.
Okay. Until next time.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
You take care. All right.
Take care.
Thanks,
Thank
James.
you.
Cheers.